Welcome to episode 536 of the Grit to Greatness Endurance Podcast. We're your hosts, coaches Rich Soares and Lauren Brown, and we are on a mission to help endurance athletes train smarter, race stronger, and build the grit it takes to achieve greatness. In this episode, we are going to take you inside the USA Cycling Paracycling Road National Championship right here in Bentonville, Arkansas. This championship brings together the nation's top paracycling athletes to compete for national titles and on one of the most challenging and athlete-friendly destinations in the country, Bentonville. It is like, I think they keep calling it the mountain bike capital of the world. Lauren, I'm going to have you kind of walk us through the rest of the intro here.
Very awesome. So yes, we have two special guests with us to help break down what makes paracycling racing unique, how athletes prepare for championship level events, and why this race matters far beyond podiums. We're joined by two incredible competitors racing this weekend. Mike Murphy, one of Rich's athletes who competes as a blind paracyclist, and Justin Mather, who shares his mindset, preparation, and race weekend strategy. So whether you're an endurance athlete, a coach, or fan of the sport, this episode will inspire you with stories of resilience, teamwork, and high performance execution under pressure.
Yeah, this is going to be awesome. I've really gotten to know both of these gentlemen, and I've learned a lot actually from both. So hopefully our audience will learn a fair amount as well. So we're going to hear from these guys in just a second, but real quick, I want to just remind everybody that our 2026 summer training camp, it's a 3-day training camp, June 25th through the 27th that registration is live. We are taking deposits. We have an early bird pricing through the end of April, through April 30th. May 1st, the price is going to go from $800 to $1,000. All you need is $100 to hold your space, though. And if you have a referral, we've got a 20% discount for you. Go to the website, the Grit to Greatness Endurance website, and take a look at the camp details. The full schedule is in there. The itinerary is in there. The special guests are in there. This is a really value-packed training camp, and it all culminates with doing the Boulder Sunrise Triathlon sprint or Olympic distance. That is going to be on the 4th day on Sunday. So we're camping Thursday through Saturday and then racing Sunday. We are going to have a team house right there outside of the Boulder Reservoir as kind of our headquarters, and we've got all sorts of great evening events planned as well. So you're gonna come away with some great skills, some competence, and some confidence, and we're really excited to have you join us.
I cannot wait. I say it every time, but I'm so excited to have the race finisher for the weekend and being like representing Grit to Greatness as a community, all of us in our kits and everything. And one other quick announcement, if you are looking for community and you are looking for community specifically while you were grinding it out a little bit on your indoor trainer, jump onto one of our velocity rides. You have probably heard us talk about it before, but we do have 3 live coached rides Tuesday, Thursday morning at 6 a.m. Mountain Time and Saturday at 8 a.m. Mountain Time. So check it out. The link to activate your account is in the show notes, and you'll be able to check it out, ride for free for 2 weeks, see how you like it. And we love seeing your faces on the rides with us. So definitely check it out.
And I love seeing your faces too, but I'm going to apologize this weekend. Tomorrow is going to be a replay ride because I am not going to be teaching a live velocity class. I'm going to be here with these two guys, which is a great segue because I want to get into this conversation. Let me do a quick pair of introductions here. You might recall Mike Murphy. Mike was on our podcast about 8 weeks ago. Mike Murphy is a nationally accomplished paracycling athlete after sustaining a traumatic brain injury back in 2018 that resulted in his vision loss. Mike redirected his competitive drive into adaptive sport. At the highest level, he is a multi-time national champion in time trial and road racing, a 3-time gravel national champion, and a decorated competitor at Invictus Games and Warrior Games, earning medals across cycling, swimming, track, and rowing. And as a blind stoker, Mike brings exceptional power, discipline, and mental toughness to the bike. All I have to do is say, "Hey, Mike, more watts," and I got him. His long-term goal is to make Team USA and compete at the 2028 Paralympic Games, and he is deeply committed to consistency, recovery, and high-performance growth, both physically and mentally. And I've also got Justin Mathers here. Justin is a veteran paracyclist, national champion, Project Echelon athlete known for his intelligence, composure, and tactical excellence. This is a little bit of me, what I've learned about Justin so far. But I'll let you guys decide for yourself. But both time trial and road race formats and crit. I mean, we just beat each other up on that crit race in Arizona.
For sure.
As a military veteran, Justin brings a disciplined, analytical approach to racing, often excelling through smart positioning, pacing, precision, and race day decision making rather than emotionally driven moves. Justin is widely respected for his ability to read races, adapt to changing conditions, and execute under pressure, making him one of the most thoughtful competitors I have run across, honestly, in paracycling and the paracycling field, let alone any field, and an ideal voice for athletes to be listening to here tonight. So, or watching live or watching on our YouTube channel. So, guys, we've got two races coming up. We've got the time trial tomorrow, 25.2K 4 lap format. We've been practicing the last 2 days. We've got the road race on Sunday, the 66K road race. Real quick, maybe just kind of share, like, what did we do this afternoon? Talk about the athlete check-in and that UCI bike audit.
You want to take it first? Yeah, so to do a time trial for UCI or a USAC event, you have to first put your time trial bike into we call it a jig, and to make sure your aero extensors are not too high, or your saddle is not too far forward, too far back. There's minimum standards for how far or how low or how tall your bike has to be just to keep it fair within all categories of heights. Category 1, 2, and 3. I don't know how it is through triathlon. I don't know if y'all have those standards.
We do for draft legal.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So probably the same concept for USAC and UCI races. We just got to make sure our time trial bike is compliance. Road race is a little bit different. Our road bikes are I think it's just minimum weight. And then your handlebars they can't be too far in.
Yeah.
Personally, I like the canted levers always, the aerodynamic, kind of tucked in, but I had to straighten them out for this race. So, yeah, that's basically kind of what we did today. Just make sure our bikes were legal across the board, and every athlete has to do this, so it's fair across the board with everybody.
And you had minor adjustments to make with yours.
Right? Yeah. So it's always funny because like 6 months ago, bike was golden, good to go. Then I was 2 mil off on my height of my extension, so I had to lower it 2 millimeters. So
not too big of an impact. Now, sure. on your bike though, we actually had to pull out a hacksaw.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of, one, we got a whole new setup. So we just purchased through, thanks to Project Echelon, we ended up being able to purchase a huge discounted zip TT bars, a whole new cockpit. So super excited about it. And then we adjusted it according to coach's size. So he got comfortable. And then the rules were like, just kidding, we're going to make it a little less comfortable. So the bars wouldn't go any further. The bike obviously couldn't come back further, his seat, because my face is right there. So they ended up chopping off the front of the handlebars, which at the end of the day, it kind of works out because we were swapping stems. We were trying to figure things out. So luckily, Steve's one of the main mechanics for awesome. Team USA, and super quick, phenomenal, on the spot, got everything squared away for us. So it's just kind of cool how Justin said, 1 minute you feel like the bike's perfect, it gets checked, and then all of a sudden, dang. So luckily, being prepared, coming in a few days early, we've already been able to run through the course 2 days in a row now before everybody else. So we kind of had the course figured out, and then even being able to get the jig settled tonight, we have to do it again in the morning before the race. So it's not like, hey, 10 minutes before the race, crap, we got to cut our handlebars. We got to do X, Y, and Z. So obviously, it's a little hectic. You're like, damn, I have to cut my handlebars. What's going on? But reality is that's how it has to be. So in order to get the bike legal, it's a cool process, and like Justin said, it keeps it fair across the board. So I'm not the only tandem that has to do it; all the others as well. So it just makes sense. So
Yeah, again, shout out to the mechanics and just the whole USA cycling team there. Everything was very efficient. The idea is like you'd go make those adjustments and you go back and get it validated. So very efficient process, and we're just stoked. We've got all this great equipment, as you heard, and Justin is actually lending me his Aero helmet, one of his Aero helmets. So it's a team event, or at
Nice.
least it is for us. We're all kind of root for each other. So, hey, let's get into the interview and learn a little bit here. And this question is for let's start with you, Justin. How does racing a national championship change your mindset compared to, like, let's just say, for example, like how is this mindset for this race different than Valley of the Sun in February?
I think we could say like one of the biggest reasons why I chose to even be here is because the field size is so big now. So previous years, paracycling national championships, the fields have not been as big, and so you're racing against two, three, four, five other people. Well, now this year, I think there's 10 C5s, 10 C4s, 3 or 4 C3s now. So now we're talking about 20, 30 athletes all racing together. So at least in the road race, like it's going to be so much fun. So, and I just got picked up by Pinarello, so I'm sponsored by Pinarello now. So I finally get to race my dogma against all other para athletes. So it's huge. It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah. Well, and I know, and I mean, now we're finally actually racing other tandems this
yeah,
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
We were the only tandem.
I think that's kind of piggybacking off of what Justin said. I think the difference is, like, so for Coach and I, we knew the big goal for him and I racing together was national championships. We used Valley of the Sun as a practice race. Let's figure out the tandem together. Let's get it out of the way. And it was amazing. We had 3 days of time trial road race and then a crit, which tandems normally do. So that preparation, our bike fit together up in Boulder, couple days out there training together, and then now rolling in here, it's kind of like the perfect lead up. And then, like Justin said, this year compared to, we've both kind of been in the cycling scene about the same amount of years. Like, yes, I have a bunch of national championships, and it's amazing. I love the stars and stripes, very patriotic. This year actually carries weight. Not that the old ones didn't mean anything, but this one, we have 4 tandems we're racing against, so it's actually a full podium.
Two Paralympians.
Yeah, and they're
Yeah.
monsters. So it's like the competition is real, and uh, extra bonus, there is extra weight to it. If you take first in your category with a full podium, you get a slot to go and race at World Championships. So it's not just, hey, you get a jersey, hey, you get to call yourself a national champion, which is phenomenal.
It's great for sponsors.
But now here's our big goal. We're trying to. I mean, it's a stepping stone. National championship, then you get to go in world championships, and then Paralympics is kind of what our big picture goal is. So the stars are aligning. Obviously, now we just have to show up. So it's pretty exciting.
Yeah. I'm going to be
Just got to
like
show up.
waiting for the updates from Coach Rich on how things went. So looking at, what's going on tomorrow, and I know now it's going to be up against other athletes, aside from looking at podium finishes, when you think about the weekend ahead of you, what does success look like for both of you?
Not getting dropped in the first lap.
There.
These
Multiple layers
guys
of
are,
success.
yeah, right, layers for sure. You know, it's taken a long time to get to this point. So, I would say, man, that's what does the success look like after this race? Man, obviously coming out of with competition coming out with Stars and Stripes is also you can always say that's successful. But I really was not lying. Not getting dropped in the first lap, that is so huge because now I'm racing against people with lesser disabilities than I do, right? And so like these guys are just hammers, and I've raced against these guys for the past year or two, and these guys are strong. I'm not going to say that I'm one of the strongest athletes out there. I feel like I can hold my own, but some of these guys are just they're beasts on bikes, and so to say that I hung with them at the end of the race is just that is good. That is great for me.
And I think so. Kind of like another piggyback, same concept, but I guess it's I've got two parts to it. Obviously, Stars and Stripes is the ultimate goal. That's why we're here. We want to win, get gold, crush souls. But at the end of the day, the cool part about paracycling in any sport, but I feel like in the para world, it's a lot more tight knit community. We've all been through adversity in different ways, and at the end of the day, it's a family. Just like doing here at the bike check and the athlete meeting tonight, you run into these athletes that have either similar other blind athletes that I know, or other people that you've seen at races that you become friends. Like yes, when I'm on the race line, I'm going to crush your soul. But once we finish, I'm going to give you a hug. You're my brother or sister. So it's kind of that cool dynamic of yes, we're racing against each other, but at the end of the day, the family just keeps getting larger. And the cool part about this race, I mean, they made some changes. There's a lot more promotion into this event, whether it's social media, different leadership, whatever the changes were. There's a bigger athlete pool. The fact that there's 4 tandems this year is phenomenal, and his field is ginormous.
Yeah,
so
it's huge.
for me, that chance that one, I'm not only coming in and racing for a podium. One, coach and I are going to be able to show what our training has paid off. Like it's only been a little over 3 months since he's been coaching me, and I know on paper through my training rides, my numbers are way better.
Yeah.
And even I want to see I have personal goals. I already know yes, this course is going to be harder than Valley of the Sun. However, I'm pretty positive our numbers are going to be better speed wise, power wise, everything than that was 2 months ago. So I think our personal goals, yes, chase the other teams, see if I can hold my own. If we can hold our own against this other young, fast Paralympic team, which is, I mean, the ultimate goal is the competition. But I want to see our success together as a coach and athlete combo, and then just ultimately uh, raise awareness of the sport. The fact that we're in the mountain bike mecca of the world and they're hosting Paracycling National Championships for the road is huge. So the more we can get it on the map, yeah, I'd love to make the Paralympics and go down for greatness, but at the end of the day, I want to inspire future athletes, younger kids, whether you're blind, disabled in any function, you can get out on a bike and let's race. It's possible for everybody to do. So big picture, that's kind of what it's all about. So I mean there's definitely the fun podium aspect, but kind of how you asked. That's kind of the big goal is just to spread love.
Yeah, you guys will have big impact on others. You really will. You know.
I want to be
We'll
around
try
that
to.
too.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
Try to.
it's awesome.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, no matter what, I'm positive that people listening to this are inspired by both of your stories. And looking at you three, all three of you, Rich, I'm going to throw this in here because you're racing too. Look,
Okay.
super
I'm just the
calm
equipment.
and collected, right? So how do you manage the nerves and the excitement, like the 24, 48 hours out from race day? Right now, you guys all look super chill.
I think it's planned training. So, I mean, the week following up to this has been everything has been planned. Like every single day is like you know same volume but lower intensity, kind of like into a taper, and to where like we're into this. Hey, our body's recovered. We're now HRVs look amazing, sleep scores look good. If you look at Garmin, like we're in the green, right? And so. Yeah, coming into this, I think trying to have the least amount of stresses possible. So like completely eliminating the things that, or not putting us into situations or scenarios where like we have to stress about something. doing something completely early, or you know, being somewhere. If we want to do a training ride, do it early in the morning so that we can leave room for example, if we waited this afternoon, it was raining all day. Try doing openers, in the rain on a course, with U turns and
Yeah.
roundabouts. So I think it's just mitigating the stresses, pre race day. We've been doing this long enough to where like, hey, we know kind of what to do and what not to do. I'm still learning. People would probably think I've been doing this for a decade. I've only been doing this for 2 years. I got into this to lose weight. I lost weight and up being fast at it. So, um, we're just trying to, like I said, mitigate some of the stresses. Did I hit it pretty
Yeah,
good?
you hit it great. I
Yeah.
mean, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, I guess pretty much the same thing. The Murphy's Law, last name's Murphy. So I've shown up to races, and what can go wrong definitely goes wrong. We showed up here, TSA ripped my bike out, put it back in there, and I'm missing a bolt on my seat stem. So luckily, we're here 2 days early, went to a bike shop, got things squared away. So I think mitigating stresses is huge. But also, like, one thing that I've learned since losing my sight is learning that it's okay to ask for help. The simple fact that as a blind athlete, I can't do anything. I can't race here without coach. Like, yeah, he calls himself support, which he is. It's huge support, but I literally would not be able to race without him. So for me, internally, it's a pride thing. Like, I can sit here and be as proud as I want, but I wouldn't be able to do things without it. So just being able to accept it. Like, yes, you know what? I can't do everything on my own. And that was one of the hardest things to overcome. So now diving into that, having the community around you. Like when I'm back home, I've got a routine. I'm doing school, schedule, spending family time, work, a whole bunch of stuff. So life is stressful. I wanted to make sure when I'm here, all I'm worried about is a race. And especially being around these two guys, I mean, Justin and I are best friends. We talk constantly. He's got a lot of knowledge. I pick his brain on things. Coach is obviously a wealth of knowledge. So knowing that if I'm freaking out or I'm having a mental breakdown, if they need to either put me in check or if it's like, hey, we can lean on each other. So truly surrounding yourself with the right people makes it easy. Like, yeah, people look and they're like, oh, you guys ready to race? And it's like, yeah, it's because I'm not putting myself in a scenario where I'm going to be super stressed out about it. So making sure you're around the right people and you have the perfect support group. Because even back home, like, it sucks that I'm away from my fiance, but I know she's got my back 100%. And I know both Coach and Justin, their support system back home is fully supportive.
For
So
sure.
our entire dynamics around us are set and ready to go. So it's making sure that you have all your P's and Q's. And I mean, that's just kind of what keeps me going.
Yeah, and for me, I think what's kind of different about this race is, I'm not thinking about my focus isn't on me, honestly. Like when you're out there for your own race, right? Your focus is on yourself. I think, I've been really kind of focused on learning. I think, I've just been so like trying to soak up things from everybody and everything that, because these are new experiences for me, really. And, and, and you guys hit on two of my favorite sayings, basically. Luck favors the prepared, and there's no penalty for being early. I mean, those are two things to live by. If you can get it done now, do it now. Always get ahead of. You just never know what's going to happen. You never know what bolt's going to be missing or what the weather is going to hold for
For
you.
sure.
So yeah, good lessons, both of you. Awesome. Well, let's kind of dive down here. I want to get into kind of hit some of these other questions I had lined up here. How about this? What training sessions give you the most confidence heading into a race like this? Like, what's your favorite? Share your favorite workout, each of you.
I could tell you
You only pick one.
I can tell you the biggest impact. And they're not the same. Because I would love to pick two, and I hate doing them. But they had the biggest impact right before a race, right? And it's my coach is Zach Gregg. He's one of the performance directors for Project Echelon. Um, Guy is a time trial genius and a great coach. He has me doing, and sometimes like lately, I before like Valley of the Sun, I would do one, and I know it's coming. For every race, I know it's coming, and it's always some type of threshold workout, and whether it's a 3 by 8 minute, just threshold workout, or a 5 by 6 minute, or I've done a 2 by 15 minute threshold, and by the end of the 15 minutes or 8 minutes or 10 minutes, I am ready to like just I am done, because really that's what I plan on holding for a race, right? That's the power, that's the position in a time trial bike or a road bike that I plan on holding for a race for that long, if not double or longer, triple it. And if I can knock that out, I know I'm ready. So it gives me confidence that I've knocked this workout out, and I'm ready, because after this, I know I have a rest day, some openers, and it's race. It's go time, right? So like I know when I do that workout and I slam dunk it or get pretty close to it, like I know I'm ready. Um, and then to give you an example, before this race, I think I hit all time power 3 times for 8 minutes, like 3 days ago. So
Nice.
I feel like I
Awesome.
am primed, and so like that is going into this with confidence is huge. So yeah, that's the one workout that I know like I hate, but I love it because it gives me the confidence going into a race.
Awesome. How about you?
Same mindset. I love anything that's going to destroy me. I'll kind of look at I know sprinting helps. So 30-30s, 30-90s, those are great workouts, and I know I'm going to blow myself up.
Yeah, that's my second pick.
Really, the ones that like Coach has planned for me. Normally, it's a Saturday. So Saturdays, I kind of internally like I'm excited because I know it's going to crush me, but at the same time, I'm like, damn, because not only is it threshold and holds, so I have different variants of whether it's a 3 by 12, a 5 by 8, whatever they are. They're different variants, but then it's also a 2 to 3 hour ride. So it's like, dang, zone two. I gotta stay on the bike that long after, and then I gotta go to work.
That's
So
right.
it's like I have to plan ahead. I wake up super early before work, and it's like mentally preparing for it. And now, so with I think I've explained it on the last podcast. With being visually impaired, I can't just jump on a bike like these guys, throw on my Garmin, and say, "Hey, I'm going to go do a workout." So mine is on the trainer. I throw on Trainer Road, and it comes in pre-programmed. So traditionally, I would use erg, and that's great because it helps me hold it. And you can't lie; like you have to hold whatever your numbers are. And now I've learned how to either take it out of erg and I can blow up the numbers so to tell me where I'm at and kind of just hold. So I've been doing that, or I can just up the percentage. And now that I've been learning heart rate zones and where I should be, Justin always dogs on me because they show my heart rate zones after, and it's like you weren't even trying. And I really I felt like I was trying, but I didn't know beforehand. And now that Coach and I have been working together, I can tell, hey, here's where I need to go. So actually using numbers and data and truly pushing myself. Like when I'm done with that workout, it's like, oh, I need that protein shake. Like I need the recovery. So it's super exciting. And then on top of it, like yeah, I felt great. Coach messaged me, hey, good job, and it's just like all encompassing. So I think those workouts are my favorite. Like yes, they suck because you know that they're coming. It's going to beat your body up, but as like that, I mean that's the whole purpose I'm doing it is it's getting me towards that goal. So coming into this race after I've had those great sessions lets me like that's where my confidence is. I'm ready to go. Like yeah, I know these other guys have been training, they're prepared, but I don't feel like they're as prepared as I am. Which I mean, hopefully they feel the same. But at the end of the day, like I know who I am, and I know I can push. So that's kind of where those workouts really help back it up.
And you've done just such a great job of like doing the high intensity work and then really letting it recover, letting your body recover before you're ready to load again. And like you really like a lot of people struggle with that, right? They want to go, 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 but it isn't how much, it isn't how much, it isn't how much training you can do. It's how much training you can absorb,
Well, that's where it's paid off having you because I was that guy. Internally, I want to go.
I know.
I want to do bike ride. I want to go for a run. I want to do a CrossFit workout. I want to do all this stuff. But then once I've actually learned of, I have you do a zone 2 tomorrow. Okay. Get on and do it. And
But then you're ready for the next day.
Now that I have the discipline, it makes sense because my legs are super fresh. So once you let pride and ego go away and you actually just trust the process, it makes a hell of a difference.
Yeah, for sure.
You got to go easy so you can go hard.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to shift a little bit to equipment talk. So, what I would
You
like.
hear that? That was awesome. They both went, ooh.
Well, this is going to be around evaluating your helmet choice first. So we're going to go there, and then I'll have a follow up question. So, how do you evaluate helmet choice? So, if you're looking at aero versus ventilation versus comfort, so that's number one.
Okay, I'll go ahead and hit this because I'm.
Hang on, this is like a 30-minute answer.
Yeah, this might be a 30-minute answer. I will. So me and my coach will base on our time trial bike our top fit based off based off the helmet. So we will adjust how far out I'm stretched out or my reach coming in based on what helmet I have. So like I had a Giro Arrowhead 2, the one that Jumbo Visma, the long nose one that comes straight over your shoulders, gnarly looking, right? My coach completely hates it. But I put up some of the fastest times I have ever put out on a time trial bike on this helmet. Completely hates it. And so now I'm on a Wing Dream now, right? And to me, I don't feel like I look as Arrow, but I am putting out faster times on the Wing Dream now. So like, I would say to answer your question, I think sometimes you have to fit your upper body, or at least your aero bars to your helmet. And we kind of already know there's a list of the fastest TT helmets. Like I'm not saying we're all rich. We can't go I mean, we don't know unless we go to a wind tunnel, right? But there's like the poor man's wind tunnel where like you can go. What I've done in the past is I'll take the tallest hill around me in Fort Bragg, North Carolina, and I'll basically take another person at the bottom of the hill, and I'll basically get on the phone and say, I am doing a kick go at the top of the hill, and I won't pedal. I will hold a position until I get to the bottom of the hill, and then we'll stop clock it. It is like the ghetto man's, it's a poor man's, wind tunnel, right? Because I mean, if you hold a position on the same day, there's going to be a difference by the time you get to the bottom of the hill, right? Same aero suit, same shoe cover, same everything. The only thing you change is your helmet. There's going to be a, second or 2 second or 3 second difference between each helmet, and then just multiply that by each kilo. And if it saves you a second or 2 seconds down a hill, imagine what it's going to save you after 15K or 30K, or if you're doing a time trial for 100 miles, we're in the minutes now, right? So a second can, in the end, I mean, I don't want to be on that time trial bike any more than anybody else does, right? So, another thing you said was about like comfort. I don't care how comfortable I feel in that aero helmet, right? There could be like literally no airflow. I don't care personally because my time trial is only 15K. Like, you're lucky if I even bring water on my bike for a 15K. Like by USAC and UCI rules, you're supposed to have water inside your water bottle, but they don't say how much you're supposed to have in there. And so like literally I'll just go, or I'll fill it up halfway, right? Just in case like I have like a dry mouth emergency on the bike, I might just, wet the mouth and go, right? But yeah, I'm not worried about heat, my face sweating, because as soon as that we're looking at 20 minutes on the bike. I'm taking the helmet off in 20 minutes. It's an FTP test, Yeah. So
it's not quite the same factor as an aero helmet in Kona or something.
Oh no way! Like I would want to be comfortable with all the
drastically different.
Mike, how about you? How about you get some sweet helmets?
I guess not as drastic as I basically let him do all the testing and then take his word for it. So, like for this race specifically, one, I'm on tandem, so I'm in the back of the bike. Obviously, both of our aero positions matter, but I'll go based off of what the data says, other people that are in the wind tunnels, and then kind of Justin and I will piece together, hey, what helmet's going on now? So even for this race, the company I work for, Fat Tire Cycles, and our Oakley sponsors, they ended up helping us get some. We have the new Velo Mach matching Oakley helmets, which are the fastest road ones. They've got the vents; they're super light, super aero, and per testing, they're the fastest one on the market.
Very
So
comfortable too.
it worked out great to, especially so UCI regs, you're supposed to, for blind men, you have to have red helmets. So not only are we going to look good and feel good, but we're going to have the fastest helmet. So for this scenario, and then I grabbed Justin a white one too. So road racing wise, we'll be able to have that option. And then when it comes to the TT, it's same concept. Whatever the best option is, I've got a laser, which is one of the fastest ones. Feels great, fits me perfectly. And then Justin's actually going to let us borrow one of his for coach to throw on there. And at the end of the day, for me, comfort doesn't matter. I never used to care about like aero. I figured I could push, but after racing at this level, every little marginal gain matters. So whatever can get us that much quicker, I'm gonna suck it up and just power through with whatever works. So that's kind of how I've dove into my helmet choices.
Yeah, and I'm thrilled to be honestly just kind of looking pretty flash with our matching helmets. And speaking of all this aero, makes me want to just kind of get a little more aero here. Hey, so I'm going to bring us home with the interview here. I'm going to do a quick little lightning round with you guys. I'm kind of living this with you, so this is going to be kind of fun. This is just kind of a preview, I guess, of what's to come. Real quick, I'm going to read out a real quick question. Real quick, just give me a quick, kind of 10-second answer. What's a pre-race superstition or ritual that people wouldn't expect that you have?
Well, that's a tough one. We're supposed to be fast for this.
Lightning fast.
You must have a pre-race ritual,
I don't know. I think Mike and his old pilot used to make fun of me because I would wake up super early, lay out all my stuff, and then like go do a warm up like 3 hours before the race, right? And so it would be obviously a 3-hour warm up, 3 hour. It's like a 20-minute warm up, 3 hours before your race. It's obviously not going to have dividends for your race, but like I'll do like a pre-workout, a warm up before a warm up, so I'll realize, oh man, that warm up was way too early. And then I'll go do another warm up because like, oh, now I feel good, So
yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. Mike?
I don't know if it's expected or not, but I definitely have to do my personal time with God, get my prayer in, and then kind of go the opposite direction and I throw on some gangster rap and kind of get in the zone. So
that's good.
God may not like it.
God and gangster rap. Okay. Yeah. That's awesome.
Just throw on some Tupac and get in the zone. So.
All right. What's your favorite thing to eat the night before?
Pizza.
Pizza?
Pasta.
Pizza and pasta. I think I could do. We actually had pizza earlier, so we're going to do pasta later.
I'm appeased. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
We got it all covered. How about morning up? What are we eating for breakfast?
Honey Nut Cheerios.
With honey.
With honey on top of it.
Honey on top
Extra
of
honey on the honey. Yes.
Double oatmeal fruit mix and Greek yogurt.
Yeah, I'm kind of. I'm not. I haven't quite done the honey nut Cheerios in a while. That actually sounded pretty awesome, especially with all the extra honey. That's a gangster move.
It's a move.
How about all right? How about this? How about what are you gonna be craving Sunday after our race?
This is such a bad answer, and like if my coach found out, like the scrutiny. So post race meal, like me and my buddy Dean, it'd be the worst possible thing that you could possibly do to you. But like we would go to Taco Bell, and go get like cheesy gordita crunches or like the protein nuggies, and just kill them on the way home, and just be a wreck the next day, right? But that's what we always craved, right? It was just the Taco Bell chicken nuggies and cheesy gordita crunch. I don't know if we're gonna do that this time. Like there's some pretty cool places here in Bentonville, like as far as like food. And so like I might get a little exotic with it. My buddy Kai is turning me on to like some like bougie coffee places. So like now I kind of like the little design. What do they call it? The froth.
Yeah, on the foam.
The
Yeah,
foam. Oh yeah,
bougie.
that is it right there.
What about you, Mike? What are we craving after the race on Sunday?
Reese's and Mountain Dew.
Reese's
that's
and
good.
Mountain
That's
those
good.
those peanut butter bars, the little
Peanut butter
chocolate bars.
bars.
Okay.
That is a good one. That is a good
It's a
one.
guilty
Yeah,
pleasure.
we found those at the grocery store, the Walmart market. I think for me, it's always a cheeseburger. I don't know why. I always crave a cheeseburger and fries. Like
Me
that is like
too.
my go-to after Ironman. Lauren, how about you?
That's I literally, Rich. I'm always like, wherever I'm at, I'm like, we have to find a burger spot. If we can find one that is like known in the area or just any burger spot. But I like to have cookies from a good cookie shop that are like in transition waiting for me, and then have a burger, which I know is backwards, but that's what I do.
Now you live in New Jersey too. Do you ever go down to like what was the famous baking show? The guy who lived in. There's a famous.
Oh, wait. It's right down the street from David Burke, or no?
He was at the whole TV show and all that.
David Burke, I think, was on TV. I don't know who.
Oh,
What, Guy
geez.
Fieri?
It's all working.
No, this is a fail. I can't believe when this comes when it comes to me. I mean, it's going to come to me like five seconds after we close out this podcast. But
Yeah.
anyway,
I do have a question though. Have we figured out why Bentonville is the mecca of mountain bikes and there's no mountains here?
that's pretty good.
Ooh.
Well, I think it's like
Question.
trail riding.
But couldn't we take gravel bikes on a trail?
Yeah.
Or is that like frowned upon?
I don't know. I guess we have to spend some more time here to find
I
out.
think so too.
Yeah. Well, hey, Lauren, thanks for helping me, chat with these guys this evening. This has
course.
been a blast.
Have a great time, you guys. Like, crush it this weekend. I can't wait to hear about it.
Thank
Well,
you.
you will sure hear about it. We'll close this out with a shout out to Vespa Power Endurance. This is our nutrition friend, fellas and ladies. We love this stuff. It really does help you tap into steady, clean energy so you can stay strong, focused, and in the zone longer. It's not actually a fuel. It's a metabolic catalyst. It really doesn't have carbohydrates in it or, sodium or any of those things. It is a catalyst that shifts your body to use more fat and less glycogen as your fuel source. It comes in a variety of products or for different athletes. Check it out. There's a concentrate version too, which is great to put in your, just in your hydration bottle. Higher performance, less sugar, faster recovery. There's a discount code link here in the show notes. The code G2G Vespa 15 will get you 15% off of your order anytime. Thanks for spending time with us today on the Grit to Greatness Endurance podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please follow us and leave us a rating and a review on Apple Podcasts and YouTube. It helps us reach more athletes like you. Guys, Justin, Mike, guys, we're going to kill it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Stay gritty, train smart, and keep chasing greatness. We will see you all next week.